Hi guys, this is Bison, your host, and today you are going to witness one of the craziest attacking games ever played by Mikhail Tal. The sacrifices in this game are so unbelievable that you will keep wondering how did Tal even calculate all of this? Let's jump straight into the game. So game starts with e4, c6. Black starts with Karogan defense. Tal takes the center with d4, d5, knight to c3. And usually black captures on e4, but Florencio goes for knight to f6. He develops his knight while also putting pressure on the white's e4 pawn. And guys, this complete setup is known as the Campomanes attack, named after Filipino chess player Florencio Campomanes. And after that, e5, Tal just advances the pawn, attacks the knight. So knight at f goes to d7. And after that, Tal just advances, attacking the knight. So f takes e6 and then bishop to d3, eyeing the king side, and in the next move you can see queen to h5 check is coming. And guys, here the best way to tackle this is to play g6, which also opens the g7 square for this bishop. And let's say if white pushed h4, so that he can attack the king side, but now black can attack the center with e5, and if h5, e4, attacking the bishop, and after bishop to e2, bishop to g7, and clearly you can see here black is slightly ahead in development, and in the next move he can activate his queen. But in the game after bishop to d3, here Florencio goes for knight to f6, covering the h5 square so that white can't give a check. Okay, so now Tal develops his another knight to f3, g6, with the same idea of bishop to g7. And after that, h4. Tal just started his kingside attack, c5. And you can see what's coming next. So Tal just captures on c5. And now Florencio develops his another knight, queen to e2, bishop to g7, bishop to d2, and you can see what he is preparing for. And after queen to c7, Tal finally castled queen side. But guys, let me go back. In this position, instead of castling, here Tal can consider the move knight to g5, targeting this weak pawn on e6. And if black tries to attack the knight with h6, then bishop takes g6 check, and obviously king to d8 is not possible due to the threat of knight to f7 check. And if king to d7, then queen takes e6 check. So that's why the only safe square for this king is f8. Okay, so now I just want you all to pause the video and just try to think what will you play as of white. And if you find the move knight to f7, then congrats, you are a genius, because now you can see this rook is trapped. Okay, so in the game after Tal castled, let me go back. Here Florencio plays e5. He just opens the diagonal for his light square bishop, as well as in the next move he is going to play e4. That's a tough situation for white. But now I just want you all to pause the video again and just think what's the best move for white in this position. I mean, you can even make a fluke if you want. And if you thought of the move h5, but I don't think so, guys, because I mean, who the heck can find this type of move? And the idea behind this move is so crazy that it will literally blow your mind. I mean, let's say if black pushes e4, if he tries to attack both pieces, now comes h6, attacking the bishop, and after bishop to f8, and now he is thinking that he can grab any one of his piece. Now comes this sequence of crazy move. The first one is knight takes d5, attacking the queen, so that's why knight takes d5. And now you can see queen takes e4, and you can see the center of black pawns is now gone. Knight to f6, and if he tries to attack the queen, but then queen to c4, eyeing the queen side as well as covering the f7 square so that this king can't enter. And if let's say knight to g4, if he tries to target the pawn on f2, now bishop to c3, attacking the rook, and you can see this g8 square is already covered by the queen. So let's say if he blocks with e5, bishop to e4, attacking the knight as well as opening the d file for the rook. And guys, now there are two ways in which black can continue this game. Let's say if in this position, if black decides to capture the pawn on f2 with knight takes f2, then first of all, bishop takes c6 check, queen takes c6, knight takes e5 attacking the queen, so queen to e6 asking for queen exchange, but queen to a4 check, and after bishop to d7, finally rook takes d7, and you can see this is all over for black. And let's say after the move bishop to e4, okay, so let me go back. Yeah, so let's say in this position, if he decides to attack the queen by, let's say, knight to a5, then bishop takes a5 attacking the queen, and after queen takes a5, now comes this another beautiful move, bishop takes b7. The idea is to deflect the bishop so that he can give a check from e6 square, and after bishop to e7, knight to g5, and you can see now mate in one is coming. Okay, so in the game after the move e5, okay, so let me go back. Yeah, so here basically Tal plays bishop to g5, allowing the move e4. And here, first of all, let's see what's the intention behind the move bishop to g5. Here Tal calculated that after, let's say, black pushes e4, he can consider knight takes d5 attacking the queen, and after knight takes d5, queen takes e4 attacking the knight as well as eyeing the e7 pawn. So to defend this, if black brings his knight to b4, now he can push a3, and you can see if this knight moves, then white is going to capture this knight, and that's the idea of Tal. And also Florencio also calculated the same line, so that's why he doesn't go for the move e4. He plays a different move, which we are obviously going to see later. But the thing is, which both players missed, is something even more crazy. I mean, despite of this strong attack, this position is still winning for black, because in this position black can consider this amazing move, knight to a2 check. Okay, so king to b1 attacking both knights, and I mean, you can see now both knights are in danger. So guys, I'm stunned. I mean, just think that in this world, who can play like this? And the idea behind this move is, if takes, then knight takes c3 check, and in the next move white has to lose his queen. That's amazing, really amazing. Okay, so in the game after bishop to g5, okay, so let me go back. Yeah, so that's why in this position Florencio brings his bishop to e6. He defends the d5 pawn, but Tal instantly jumps his knight to b5. He is now targeting the queen, and after queen goes to b8, h5, and you can see what's coming next. And here it's better for black to just castle, getting the king safe, because in this position, so here he just captures on h5, which is a mistake, because now Tal shows his magic. I mean, first of all, he brings his knight to d4, and guys, what a move is this? And the idea behind this move is, if black captured the knight, now white can capture the bishop, yes, which you can see, but Tal has prepared something else. I mean, he prepared the move knight to d6 check, and obviously black can't capture due to the threat of queen takes e6 check. So if king to f8, then queen takes e6, and now you can see white is threatening mate on f7. So that's why after knight at f goes to d4, here Florencio defends his bishop on g4, and now he is attacking the queen. So Tal pushes f3, he just attacks the bishop, but e4, and basically Florencio counters. F takes g4, knight takes g4, knight takes d4, e takes d3, rook takes d3, and after all of this exchange, you can see now Tal rook also joins the party. Okay, so knight to e4. Here Florencio attacks the Tal's active bishop. But Tal also, counters with knight to f5, attacking the bishop on g7. So basically, Florencio defends with queen to e5, and now he is threatening queen to b2 mate. Yeah. So yes, so basically he's threatening not mate exactly, but this is also a huge threat. But Tal just grabs the bishop on g7, queen takes g7, and now black is attacking this bishop. But guys, instead of defending the bishop, here Tal finds another beautiful move, which is rook takes d5, taking full control over the d file. And Florencio captures on the bishop, but now comes the sequence of move which will just destroy the structure of black. First of all, queen to b5 check. Obviously this king can't go there, so king to f7, and after that he brings his another rook on f1 with a check. And here black can bring his king to g8, but Florencio brings it on g6 so that he can hide this king into his pieces. But then Tal gives another check from d3 square, king to h6, and guys, in this position the final move by Tal is rook to h1, and here Florencio resigned. This is because now white is threatening rook takes h5 mate. So obviously this king also can't go there due to the queen, so that's why to defend this, let's save queen to f7. This is not going to work because of rook takes h5 check. And if king to g7, rook takes g5 check, king to f8, but rook to f5, and in the end black has to lose his queen. What an amazing attacking masterpiece by Mikhail Tal. The way he kept increasing the pressure, found brilliant tactical ideas, and finished the game with a beautiful forced mate is simply mind-blowing. Like this video, and I will see you in the next one. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.